Hey guys, welcome back to Civilization 6 Rise and Fall as Hojo Tokimune. And I went ahead and decided that I want to put a city right here next to the ocean and the river. This way we'll get the wheat, we'll get the crabs, we'll get the fish, and we'll get the wine. It won't be the best production city, but we do have some forest over here that we could turn into mills. But nonetheless, I think right here would be a great spot for a city, and we can still work the districts synergistically together. I do like the cities to be at least 5 tiles away. In a typical game, I would want to be a little further away, but because the way the tiles work as Japan, you kind of want the cities to be somewhat closer to each other. So we're going to go with that and just kind of try that out. That's going to give us 1, 2, 3, and then we got the 4th one up here where the settler is going. And then we can consider some other areas as well. But a city here is going to give us the advantage of accessing this sea. Plus we'll have access to this crab. And technically, eventually we would get to this fish. But having access to this side of the water and then one over here is going to be really nice. Now I'm kind of curious what might be going on up there. But we will see how that unfolds as we go along. Looks like he's going after Buenos Aires, which is not surprising. Brazil can be a bit aggressive, so we're gonna have to take that into consideration. Right, so you can see he's already got 3 cities down because of the difficulty we're playing on, and he is kind of moving this way. We just need one more move to get our city down. Or we can build it right here, which I think is where we were going. Is that on a hill? It is. Is that a hill? It is a hill. So I want to be able to move one more. There we go. He might not like that too much, but it had to be done because we had to block him. And that should secure the diamond, but I think it might be best if we bought our way to the diamond. Like that, and maybe this tile right here. And then that's all I really want to buy because we are getting 13 gold per turn, which is not terrible. Well, I'm trying to decide if we want to go with a trader. I think I'm going to go with a monument to go ahead and get some of our culture going. He's not going to like that move we just made, but it had to be done. I don't want him working his way into us. Plus, he's going after Buenos Aires, which we may end up having to liberate. Yeah, he's not happy about it. We're just going to ignore it for now. And he's not in the best locations, at least that I can see. He's got a lot of desert over here. Not a lot going on over here. I get some luxuries, but we could technically go after him. He's pretty weak. But I don't want any of his cities. There isn't anything about his cities that appeals to me. Well, should we see where iron is? Yeah, irrigation isn't... Well, we are about to get the tea. Let's go ahead and get irrigation, I suppose. We kind of know where we want our cities, but iron isn't going to be super critical because we do have the samurai. But it will be nice to have iron, of course. If you can always get it, it's always nice to have. And here's our builder. right? So we'll go ahead and work the sheep. I'm kind of happy with the location of Tokyo. All right, a little bit of a glitch there. I don't know what that hitch was for, but... And Toronto, I like Toronto as well. Another production city. It looks like he's having a little bit of trouble there with Buenos Aires. And we're the first city to meet Toronto. Wow. You would have thought that Brazil would have made it up there, but I guess they were more interested in taking Buenos Aires than they were exploring the map, perhaps. That's probably going to be ocean. But we'll take that additional envoy. And we'll just position our guys here should he want to make a move on us. I am not impressed with any of his tiles, so he is not a very appealing adversary at the moment. And it looks like our relations with him are pretty half decent. Well, let's pick our pantheon. And I think I'm going to want to get religious settlement. Era score is looking good. At least we know we'll be in normal age. Okay, so Shaka. So we're going to want to make sure that we have decent defenses. Not sure where Shaka is. Fortunately, I don't think he's over here. He might be more to our more to the east here. I see another city-state right here, which we will bring the scout around to meet. There's Shaka's scout. So he may be on the other side of this city-state, but I can see he didn't go after Babylon. He's not going after Zanzibar, and I don't know whether he's going after this city-state here or not, but right? And I think I'm going to send this guy over here to work the diamond. Let's get military tradition. In case we want some cavalry. Now that we have our pantheon, let's get production. I was almost going to grab production towards builders. Something to think about. In case we want to make some units, we'll have that available to us. Yeah, I think we'll be okay right now. With the one builder here working these two tiles and then working that diamond. We'll hold off on upgrading for the moment because we're not in any dire need of a archer, but I will probably push this slinger into Kyoto and then upgrade him. And then we'll move you here. Okay, so ocean. Let's go ahead and get we have the bonus to Let's go ahead and get some ranged. Get another archer in 4 turns. That'll be fine. That Buenos Aires guy's over here. Man, Buenos Aires is putting a hurt to Rio.
Have lived without love.
And I'm okay with that. There's currency. Alright, let's take a look at the map and see where iron is. Kind of curious. That's probably going to go to right about there. And we're going to probably want to make another settler right here next. In case Rio decides it does want to expand. We have a unit on that one. Okay. Okay, we can just go ahead and scout it out though and just see how far up that goes. Looks like a decent amount of space. So Rio could push up in that direction. Or I should say Brazil, not Rio. All right, here's our archer. Oh, wow. Tribal village. Very nice. Wow, that really does go way up there. All right, let's go ahead and get our next settler. Well, let's grab the monument real quick. And we got a housing issue, which isn't surprising. We can still, we got some good locations for some water mills, or I'm sorry, for some aqueducts. Buenos Aires is just about to take him out. Alright, so 40 gold, very nice. And some more error score. And we might have to work the amber if these guys aren't going to move off the... tiles, but maybe they will since Brazil is found itself in a very, very bad predicament. I mean, they could technically, I mean, Buenos Aires could go after Brazil and maybe wipe out one of these little cities. That would be great. Oh, I didn't even move it in that far, but I might actually set up a archer in there. Alright, so it looks like Shaka may have taken one of the cities already. Are these guys gonna move? Yeah, let me just go ahead and get our troops up a little bit, and then we can focus a lot more. That's a nice spot for a city, even though it's tundra, but looks like a good spot. If our Rio, here comes a settler, probably going right there.
I'm also interested in creating a last. I don't underrate the value of military.
And he really needs to move. Three more turns until we get the wheat, but I need this guy to move. We need to try to block that settler. I'm going to make another settler as soon as that warrior's done. But with Shaka around and Brazil desperate, well, Brazil is in a very desperate state. That's probably their last unit. We'll go ahead and get the water mill and maybe even make some heavy chariots. And I'm going to grab mysticism so we can start working towards science. Let's see who's available. See, we get, is that Hepatia? So we get, libraries provide +1 science. Instantly builds a library in that district. So that would be nice to get. So definitely would be worth that. Now, speaking of which, we could make... Yeah, we're going to have to go for the granary. But I need that unit to move out of the way. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave what we have so we can finish up some of these units here. There goes that settler. I'm not really happy about where he's going. Man, like right there would be a nice spot for Rio. Well, there's some iron. Let's see if there's any iron over here. There's not. So, you know what? I think it's time to go to war with Rio. I keep calling it Rio, don't I? With Brazil. Let's go to war and grab that settler. Yeah, see, it's very low. I don't want his cities. I just don't want his settler to take our spot. We'll need to be careful with the scout. I see some iron up here, but we want this iron like quick. So I'm thinking maybe right here on the swamp. That'll put us, well, we'll be getting a little bit of loyalty pressure. So I might actually have to make it right here. And then we could buy the iron right away. We'll have diamonds. We'll have tea. We may have to relocate this city. Maybe even push it to here. Although I do like the truffles. And then we got the city-state right here. So let me take this off the board for now. And could make it right here. That'll give us the rice. That'll give us the tea. That'll give us the diamond and the iron. He will have to cross the river to attack. And I think we're just going to play a defensive game. And because really all I wanted was that settler. I wanted to stop him from building, so I'm not interested in any of his cities. Let's get another settler. I'm happy with the amount of units that we have. Pretty confident that we'll be able to defend ourselves pretty well. We'll just play a defensive game. He did have to cross the river, so the archer should be fine. Yeah, he is. Alright, we're in the classical era. And we maintained a decent age. Alright, so we'll take this because we will be making our science buildings very soon. I'm going to leave him in a defensive posture. And we'll just play a defensive game. That's all. No biggie. I guess we'll take him out for the experience. And maybe work him down this way against that unit. I guess these guys don't want to move, so we'll work the wheat. Now, because it is rainforest, we'll lose that turn. That should, yeah, that'll still count as water. He just spawned a unit. So we get some
Mysticism is the mistake of an...
some experience out of that. Let's move you here so we can move the warrior in the city. Didn't want to do that. Who is getting an upgrade? You? Okay. We'll go ahead and take the shot. Why not? And we can go ahead and get our first governor. And let's see, envoy-wise, Buenos Aires would be a good ally, although we don't have any points towards them. Maybe some science with Babylon would be nice, and it'll be a buffer between wherever the Zulu are and also Brazil. But on that note, guys, well, first let's put the city down. Why won't it let me put the city down? Are we out of turns? Let me see. I think I do want to go ahead and try for some... Oh, we don't have our next... policy slot. All right. Well, we'll leave it on... We'll probably grab a builder. We'll confirm that. I did want to put that city down. I guess we're still on the same move. We will be able to do it on the next turn, though.
Sometimes the wheel turns.
Yes, now we can. There we go. Okay, guys, on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap up this game. Things are coming right along. I didn't necessarily want to go to war with Rio, but I also didn't want him to put a city down right there because I wanted to grab that. So that worked out great. Thank you guys for all the support you give the channel. I hope you guys are liking the play-by-play. Go ahead and click on that channel icon you see appearing on the screen to subscribe to the channel, and then click on that bell where you can decide on how frequently you get uploads for the next content that comes here on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next game.